This is Cheyenne Valentine back today again with a new episode. I'm a little bit tired, so bear with me. So, I had to rant because I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but I think it's going to be called Men Hate on Other Men Too. My boyfriend almost got into a fight with a thug over me. Now, I want to clarify because people are going to say, oh, were you talking to a thug? No, I was not talking to a thug. So, basically, my boyfriend likes to play basketball. He's always liked to play. And for you women who date men who like to play basketball for fun, for a hobby, you know how it is. They want you to go to their games to watch them play. Now, my boyfriend's black, and where he plays is pretty much all black guys. Now, for any black women who date black guys who play basketball, you already know sometimes that environment. Okay, the fights will break out. The thugs will come with a gun. Yeah. I don't know why when it's a group of black people, a lot of them, this happens sometimes. And in these cases, I noticed some of the men are caught with a gun. All right. Because I remember an incident where my boyfriend, he was playing ball at this one gym. And I wasn't there that day, but he told me what happened. And two guys got into it. One of the guys was 6'6" and the other one was 6'2". Well, the guy that was 6'6", he had a twin brother. He was a coward to me because he called his twin brother on the phone and he opened up the back door of the gym so his brother did not have to come through the front and pay. His brother came through the back door with a gun. And when the other twin, the 6'6" one, was arguing with the 6'2" guy, they were going back and forth. And as they were going back and forth, the other brother had walked up on them because so the 6'2" guy and the 6'6" guy got into an argument. The 6'6" guy called the dude at 6'6" had a twin brother. He called his twin brother, and the two dudes were still arguing. So the brother called him back saying, I'm here. So he told him to come to the back of the gym. He opened up the back door for him so he wouldn't have to come through the front. So when he came in, the twin walked up to the dude that was 6'2" and said, what I hear you trying to beat up my brother. You said you want to beat up my brother. And then he pulled out a gun on him. Okay. So this is in a gym. Okay. And kids were there. Another incident, two guys, and when I say the gym, this is where they play basketball at. We're playing basketball. They got into an argument. The one guy said, meet me outside. Tough guy. And he went to his car and told him, I'll be waiting for you outside. And he had a gun in his gym bag. Okay. And so he had the gun. How did that go? I think he had the gun in his gym bag. He didn't want to pull out the gun in the gym. So he brought the gun in, but he didn't pull it out. But it was in his gym bag. And then he walked back. After they got into their confrontation and argument, he told him to meet him outside. He got something for him. And he went outside. And then that's when he took out the gun. He didn't want to take out the gun in the gym. So these thugs, anyway. So I went to see my boyfriend play. I hadn't been to see him play at this particular gym. So he wanted me to come see him play. So I went. Of course, he wanted me to look nice. I look nice, whatever. So at this gym, the bleachers, it was three levels. However you want to say it. And so I was sitting on the second level. And it's people sitting on the first one. And my boyfriend asked me that I want to go up to the top, to the third level. And, so I could have my back against the wall. And I was like, no. And he said, so you can see. I said, I could see sitting on the second level. And so, people started coming in, filling up. And a guy was standing in front of me. And I wasn't paying him any attention. I mean, he wasn't blocking my view. I wasn't paying him any attention. And it was some guy sitting in front on the front level, and they kept telling him, they said, once you sit down, you got your butt all in her face, once you sit down so she can see. And he was like, she'll be all right, she can see. And I'm like, well, damn, what did he just say? He didn't even ask me. So I ain't paying him no attention. I'm like, whatever. He kept watching the game. Then he turned to me. He said, you know, am I in your way? I said, no, you're fine. It's not a big deal. You're fine. Whatever. Just stay right there. I can see. And then he said, he turned to the other dudes. He said, see, she can see why y'all making a big deal. And then the other guy leaned in, you know, and said to me, he said, yeah, you know, I'm just trying to tell him you need to sit down. You know, he got his butt all in your face, you know, be respectful. I said, I get it, you know. So the rude dude turns around. He said, oh, you know, I'm not in your way, right? I said, no, I told you you're fine. It's not a big deal. He said, well, you know, who you here to see? So my boyfriend, he wasn't in the game at the moment. He was taking a break. So he's watching this dude, you know, conversate with me, and he immediately gets up and walks over there. So when the guy said, who you here with, my boyfriend was right behind him. When he turned around, boyfriend was standing right there. And he said, oh, you with him? I said, yeah, this is my boyfriend. And so my boyfriend was, his gym bag was next to me. So he was reaching to get his Gatorade and his towel. And the guy said, he's like, oh, him? He's like, he ain't even making no shots. He's like, why you here to see him? He not making no shots, in a joking way. I said, what did you just say? And he said something to my boyfriend. My boyfriend said something to him. Boyfriend gave him a dirty look. You know, and then my boyfriend walked away. And they were just like looking at each other. And then I was like, and then they was like, yeah, they said to the dude, they was like, man, you shouldn't have said that. Like, dude, don't say nothing like that. What the hell wrong with you? They was saying that to him. He was like, no, I was just playing with him. And whatever. So it just, right in that moment, like, I was having a good time. And just after that happened, it just like ruined my whole mood. I'm like, this dude is a douchebag. And I'm looking at my boyfriend. I could see he mad. And then so the dude basically was hating on my boyfriend because he was there with me. So my boyfriend, he goes out there to play, and I could tell, I know him very well. I could tell the dude got him mad, and he wanted to fight him. I know him very well, and I'm like, I hope he does not fight this dude. Like, I hope he stays calm and don't get upset. So he goes out there to play, and he goes to do like a jump shot, and he misses it. So the hater was sitting in front of me, but at this time, he decided to sit down and not block my view. And he like turned and like shook his head like, damn, this dude missed it. So just hating, just straight hating. So after the game, my boyfriend's team, this ain't his team, it's not my boyfriend's team, but the team that he was on, I think they won by maybe like 2 points or something. So he came and sat next to me. I could see he was mad, and he was like, yeah, you know, they went past me and blah blah blah. So he was like, no, before he walked off, my boyfriend came back over there. He said, he say anything inappropriate to you? I said, no. He's like, did he? No. He's like, no, tell me. Did he say anything rude to you? Let me know. I said, he didn't say nothing. It's fine. Like, I'm like, it's not a big deal. Like, he didn't say nothing. Like, and he really didn't, technically. He didn't say, he just asked me, he blocking my view and who I was there with. And he's like, you sure? I said, I'm sure. He didn't say nothing out the way. Now, let me tell y'all something about me. I'm not one of those women that like to see my boyfriend fight. I don't want him to go to jail over fighting some thug. And you might say, how I know he was a thug? It was some things that was said I was hearing, and I found out some stuff about him. He was a goddamn thug. He was a troublemaking thug. That's what they do. They like bothering other men. They're freaking haters. So it doesn't even end there. So this thug, okay, so after a boyfriend game was over, you know, he was sitting there watching the game for a while. The dude, my boyfriend, his energy was off. He wanted to beat the dude up. I saw him. I could tell. He's sitting next to me. I could tell he was looking at the dude. So the dude saw him looking at him. The dude walked over to him and gave him a dab, like a fist dab. And my boyfriend gave him a dab back and just kind of like rolled his eyes at him, kept talking to me. He like, he need to go on somewhere with all that. So I'm like, what happened? He said, well, basically when I walked over there, I didn't hear what they were saying to each other. I just know when the dude was talking to me, just asking me who I was there with. My boyfriend he was watching me. My boyfriend was sitting in the chairs close to the, so you know, okay, when the men are playing basketball, they call it the court. And the floor, however, you know, I'm not into basketball. Wherever the floor where they're playing. They call it the court. And so, you know, the teams, they have their section. They might sit on the bench or they might sit in some chairs. So I think they had chairs, and he was sitting in the chairs just waiting on his turn to get his turn to play. And so I'm on the, you know, I'm sitting on the bleachers. And so the guy saying that to me, then the other guy was saying, yeah, you know, I was trying to tell him to get, you know, to sit down out of your way. So my boyfriend's watching from where he was sitting. He was watching them talking to me. So he just immediately got up and walked over there. See what the hell going on. So, so when he got up, and right when the dude said, you know, who are you here with? I said him. And literally he turned around, my boyfriend was standing right behind him. He said, oh, him? And I said, that's my boyfriend. And he said, oh, he's like, well, he not making, you here to see him? He not making no shots. He said, oh, I'm just playing. I'm like, that's not, what the hell you mean? You don't know if he's making shots at all. He's been sitting here since you got here. Or I don't know how long that dude was there, but I'm like, why would you be watching my boyfriend? Cause you a damn hater. Cause you trying to see who I'm here with. And so my boyfriend told me that in that moment when he walked up on him, and the dude said, oh, you know, are you with him? He ain't making no shots. He said, the dude said to him, my boyfriend said, he said to him, is there a problem? And no. And the dude said, no. He said, no. He said, the dude said that, oh, you know, when I said, okay, let me go back. When I said to the guy, I'm here with him. He said that this is what the dude said to my boyfriend. He said, oh, you should be here to watch me instead of him. This is what this dude said. Because I see my boyfriend look at him like he's about to hit him. And then my boyfriend turned. He said to him and said, what did you say? And he was like, is there a problem? And then the dude was like, no, I'm just playing with you. And the dude tried to like give him a handshake. And I noticed my boyfriend wouldn't shake his hand. And he walked off. He was like, you know, and he was mad. So I didn't know what was said. So that's what set him off. The dude said to him, oh, she should be here to watch me instead of you, or something like that. And that's when my boyfriend, that's what set him off. And he was like, well, is there a problem? What the hell you mean? And dude was like, no, I'm just playing, and tried to like shake his hand. He said, I'm just playing. He said, you know, they should have you out there playing instead of sitting there on the bench. He was like, you know, they need to have you out there playing. And he was like, my boyfriend was like, yeah, whatever. I got to kind of hear what they were saying, but I just was looking at their body language. I didn't know what was said. So then I understood why my boyfriend was upset. So this is how this goes. When you're dealing with these thugs, right? Like I said, they bring guns to these games. They're violent. They like to fight. They like to bother other men. But let's take this a step further. Men hate on other men too. So we always talk about how women hate on other women. Women do that. See, women hate on how other women look, and if they got a husband, a boyfriend, and all that. Men hate on other men because of the woman they're with. I'll repeat this again. Men hate on other men because of the woman that the guy is there with. Or with, period. No matter where he's at. And why I say this is because it was a guy there. Well, and yeah, okay, I'll just say it. It was two guys there. One was attractive, one was average. And the average guy went up to the attractive guy and said, hey man, I haven't seen you in a long time. Gave him a hug. And I'm like, man, he's, you know, I seen guys that are hitting each other on their butt, saying good, you know, good game, giving each other hugs. Like, I do love seeing men and their camaraderie. Am I saying that right? How they act towards each other, how they come together and do things. And so I think women can learn that from men and kind of watch that. Men, I'm not gonna say all men do this, but they love coming together and doing things together and having a brotherhood. I like that about men. Women can work on that. And I've noticed you can have a guy that's really handsome, a guy that's really not, and the guy who's really not will still hang out with the handsome guy and still kick it with him and still have love for him. See, women is different. If it's an attractive woman and a hit woman, the hit woman, she ain't gonna really want to be around an attractive woman. And attractive women, I've seen attractive women purposely try to pick unattractive women to hang out with because they want to be the only pretty one. See, women do crap like that. Because everything's about looks with women, because we're judged very harshly on our looks. See, men are judged a lot. They're judged on their looks too, but they're judged overall by what they have financially a lot of times. So they don't mind hanging out with an attractive dude. The dude look better than him. They not really hating on his looks. They might hate on his money, and they might hate on the girl he's with. So in this case, why I say he was hating on my dudes, because okay, once I told you that's my dude, you don't know nothing about him. He couldn't talk about how he looked or nothing, so he couldn't come up with nothing. So he said, oh, he not making no shots. Well, he was just sitting here. You don't know if he making any shots or not. And then when my boyfriend did get out there, he had been out there. He was taking a break. And then he tried to like butter him up by saying, oh, well, no, I'm just playing with you. He said, they should have you out there playing. He's one of those dudes that say disrespectful things, and then he said, I'm sorry, or I was just, no, he'll say, I'm just playing. When, dude, you're not playing. And then how I know he was hating on him, because when my boyfriend actually got out there, when he was done resting, he got out there and played. He tried to do a jump shot and he missed it. And the dude shook his head like, that's a shame. Like, why you worried about him? So basically because of me, this dude got now my boyfriend is a target. Now this dude watching him, he want to know what's up with my boyfriend now because of me, because he, I guess, was attracted to me. That's a damn hater. Don't worry about how his game is out there on the court. Why is that any concern of yours? I mean, that dude had all that mouth, but yet he wasn't even a starter, because he can't. The main one that can't play basketball is the main one that be running their damn mouth. And so, yeah, so the whole thing pissed me off, and it just showed me that men do hate on other men. Like, I was talking to my boyfriend we was talking about it, and I'm like, okay, why the hell he worried about if you making shots? So why, I was like, when you went for the shot and you happened to miss it, he was shaking his head and all that, but then was trying to butter you up, saying, oh, they should have had you out there playing. That's, all this, because he was playing for a little while, then he went and sat down. And then the guy was like, oh, when he walked up on the dude made that little snark comment saying she should have came and see me play instead of you. And then he's like, no, I'm just playing. He's like, but no, for real, Joe, you should still be out there playing instead of, sitting on the bench. And I'm like, okay, what makes you think I should come and see you play instead of him? Like, you don't know nothing about him. You just assuming stuff because you're a goddamn hater. Men hate on other men too, ladies, okay? They just hate on they might not hate as much on another guy because of how he looks, but they hate on the woman that they're with. If they like how the woman looks that the dude is with, they're gonna freaking hate. Then on top of that, all the dudes kept telling him to sit down and stop standing in front of me. And then I heard them say, well, why y'all so worried about if she can see it? Now, why y'all worried about her? Because they worry about me because I'm attractive. I'm attractive, and I'm a lady, and you're standing in front of me. Like, I wasn't tripping about it, but all the dudes was telling him sit down. Like, it's like, I guess my boyfriend was saying this dude wanted to be seen, because he on dress shoes and some pants. He kept walking back and forth. And he was standing right in front of me, and he was like, this dude. He was doing that purposely, and all the dudes was telling him to sit down and stop standing in front of me. He was standing directly in front of me. And it was like, dude, sit down somewhere. And he was like, why y'all so worried about her and she could see it not? Because I'm a damn lady, and that's what men do. They concern themselves with women to make sure that women are comfortable in a situation. Unlike you, sir. Okay, you're going to respect me. Okay, and the thing about it was, I wasn't tripping about him standing there. All the other men were. They was telling him to sit down. They was checking him. And my boyfriend to come over there and check him. Now, I'm glad my boyfriend didn't put his hands on me, anything like that. Because, see, I don't want him going to jail over a thug. And like I said, I found out some stuff about him. The dude was a thug, a low-life damn. Like, I'm sick of these guys. Excuse me. I'm sick of these thugs, okay? I'm sick of them. And for the men who want to talk about hood rats, I don't like hood rats or thugs. And men think that, when I bring up thugs, they claim they're not a thug, but when I talk about thugs, they get upset. And my thing about it is, if you're not a thug, why do you care? That's number one. Number two, these thugs make it hard for y'all too, because see, thugs like to pick on people they feel are weak. They like to pick on other men they feel that they can punk. And I remember too that a boyfriend was telling me it's times where he played basketball and he's seen, thuggy dudes who are thugs, try to like punk or try to test men who come off like straight lace, who've been to college. And then when those dudes let them know, hey, this ain't what you want, he said those dudes will back up. So these thugs like to pick on other black men who they feel come off straight lace. I've noticed that. I've been told this by other men. These thugs, they not only harass and make the neighborhood unsafe for black women and children, they also like to harass and try to punk and bother black men, other black men who they feel won't say anything back. They might not know, but they could maybe look at your demeanor, or they feel like if you come off quiet or just anything, they might do that. Or they could just be a straight hater based upon a girl you with, because they want her. They'll try to sit up there and hate on you, and now you got to check him or put your damn hands on him. A lot of these thugs too carry guns with them. They bring guns, like I said, to a gym where there's kids at. I mean, like in that case with the dude that was 6'6", he had no business calling his twin brother. For what? You're 6'6", that dude that was 6'2", he was about to pee on himself. He looked terrified. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even there that day. I'm sorry. My boyfriend told me that the dude looked scared and all that. But based upon what I was told, he looked terrified and he looked in fear of his life. Because think about it, he's 6'2", this other dude is 6'6", and then he brings his twin there, and the twin got a pistol. Talking about what you say about my brother trying to fight him. How is two dudes 6'6" jumping on a dude that's 6'2", and one has a gun? And in the gym, basically the gym was full of kids. Okay? See, this is how these thugs act. They're violent. They're cowards. Because they can't fight heads up, so they bring a gun. Okay? And my thing about it is, with my boyfriend, I'm glad that he handled things a certain way. Because that dude could have had a gun on him. I don't really know. The dude, Tom just playing and kept dabbing him and all that. Dude, you wasn't playing. You see that he wanted, he was gonna put his hands on you. You didn't want no smoke. So then, you all talking about you playing. I hate when people do that. No, don't play with me like that then. No, you wasn't playing. You was dead serious. Okay? You was dead serious, but when you seen that he wasn't playing, now you want to talk about you playing. Okay? My boyfriend wasn't playing with him. I know he was upset, and that's probably why he missed that jump. I know that's why he missed that jump shot, because I know now he was mad. Now he's not even focused on the game now. And we were having a great time, but here come this thug want to start trouble. Now my boyfriend, he doesn't carry a gun or whatever with him, and we normally don't like. This is the thing too. I go to different events I go to. Sometimes they're majority white, sometimes they're not. The gym, this is my first time going with him. Of course, it's all black. Not saying other races of men don't play basketball, but the gym he goes to is all black. I don't stand all black area. It's integrated. But my thing about it is, it's a shame when me and him do go to places that happen to be all black. It's always a problem. Like him and our other friend, I had went with them one time to this one little bar/club. Pretty much 99.9% of the clientele and the owner was black, and all the clientele was black. And they were kind of ghetto in there. Happened to be, not because they were black, they just happened to be. Well, I don't even like using the word ghetto. They was kind of ratchet in there. But I'm like, okay, I still had a good time. So his friend told him he didn't want to go back to that bar because the friend had went to that bar/club again. And he says two dudes get into it, and things got ugly. And the police station is right down the street, but yeah, things got ugly. So he said he doesn't want to go there anymore. He would not bring his girl, so they decided to go to a different club, different bar another day. Also, that same friend refuses to bring his girlfriend back to that bar. He said because his girlfriend, she's real curvy and she got a big butt. She like full figure, and she had on a tight dress. And he said a guy tried to talk to her, and he told him, "This is my lady," and the dude just kind of didn't care. I mean, some of these black men are. So he said, "I'm not bringing her back here because the men are disrespectful." See, some of these black men. I didn't say all black men. I'm saying, and I'm not even gonna say black men. I'm just gonna say these thugs, dope boys, car thieves, dudes who do home invasions, felons. They are very aggressive. They're very aggressive towards women, children, and other men. It ain't just the women and children they harass. They make it unsafe for them, and they also make it unsafe for men who are straight-laced, who are not trying to go around and bother people and trying to, harass other people's girlfriends, and not trying to start trouble, not trying to have a gun on them and shoot up the place. They make it hard because they bother these men, or they don't respect the men who are straight-laced. So the straight-laced dude got to get in the gutter with him, okay, to show him that he's a man, to get him up off of him, to get respect. my boyfriend doesn't tolerate disrespect. My boyfriend, you know, he's been to college and all that. But see, that's the thing. Just because somebody's been to college, does that mean you wouldn't know about looking at a person they've been to college or not necessarily. But you know, these thugs, they think somebody's gonna let them talk crazy. No, that's not what's gonna happen. Okay. So, you know, I'm going to keep talking about these thugs, and I'm going to keep talking about how men hate on other men. Men do hate on other men. Men hate on other men. Just like women hate on other women sometimes, and men hate on other men sometimes, but it's this misconception that men don't do that. Yes, the hell they do. Okay, so I just wanted to come in with this real quick. It blew me, it pissed me off. It kind of ruined the event for me because I was having such a good time. But this goddamn thug was about to get hands put on him, but he wasn't talking about he just playing. Now you was dead ass serious. You seen him with me. You're hating. You know, you're hating on him because of who he's with, because he's with me. Okay, and so you're not good enough for me. You would never be on my level. You won't be nobody I mess around with anyway. Okay. You couldn't find a flaw in my boyfriend, so you talking about, well, he didn't make a shot, he wasn't making no shots. How you know so you been watching him? Why you watching him? Why you watch how many shots he's making? Because you see but he didn't even know the dude was with me. He didn't know that was my boyfriend. I was sitting by myself, obviously watching him play. So he didn't know who I was there with. That's why he asked me. Then once I said, he like, oh, well, he wasn't making no shots and blah blah blah. And he like, what you say? Well, you should came here to see me instead of him. What? Yeah, my boyfriend, I'm so glad he didn't hit him. I'm so glad he stayed calm and do like, oh, I'm just playing, and trying to dab him and give him a handshake. Like he wouldn't even touch his hand. Like, dude, nah, this ain't that. You ain't finna disrespect me. Hell nah. And then my girl here, nah, that's not finna happen. And like, y'all, it just pissed me off. I'm sick of these thugs. You know, it's a shame that you can't go to an environment or go to an event where it's all black without running to these low life, no future having thugs.